right, so we are taking a look at finding the 5-number summary for a data set here. So we're going to start out by going back to the home screen here. All right, so once I'm in here, I'm going to go under Stat right here and Edit for option number 1. I just typed in some numbers here. You can see that they're not actually in ascending order or descending order. They're just kind of scattered out there. So I've got 6 terms. So if you want to pause and put those same ones in so you can follow along, you can do that now. All right, so from here, all we're going to do is once I've typed in all those things here, if I go to Stat again and I go over to Calc, one var stats, we want one variable statistics because there's only one list that we have here. I'm going to hit Enter on that. And then it'll say list, and then the default is L1. All my stuff is in L1, but say I want to do something from L2. All you have to do is you look at the number 2. In blue above it is L2. So anything that's blue, push the blue button first, and then push the number. So I can do L2. L2. Oh, why is it not doing that? There we go, L2. But I actually want an L1, so I'll clear that out and go back to L1. There we go. So I can ignore frequency list. We're not going to do that right now, but if we go down to calculate, hit enter here, I end up with all this stuff here. So remember from class, we talked about how the X with the bar above it is the mean. So the mean of this data set is 3.25. The other stuff in there is not stuff that we're looking at just right yet, but if I go down here, I can see that I have that 5-number summary at the bottom, the minimum value being 0.5. Q1, so remember that means that it's the marker for the 25th percentile, so a quarter of the data is going to be less than that, and 3/4 is above it. The median, that's the middle number, so that's the 50th percentile marker, so 50 is above, 50 below, 2.5. Q3 is going to be the third quarter marker, so 75% is going to be below, 25% above, and then we have our max value. Okay. The only thing that the calculator doesn't really do for us here is give us the mode. But remember, to get the mode, I'm going to go back to Stat, okay? And if I look at the second option, sort A, that means sort the list ascending. So lowest number all the way up to the highest number. So I'm going to select option number 2 here. And then I have to tell it which list I want. Remember, my list was in L1, so I'm going to push second and then 1. Brings me up to L. It does not like doing that. Okay, let's start that over. Okay, so I'm going to do stat calc, stat 2. There we go. And I want this to be in L1. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. Second and L1. There we go. Hit enter. It says it's sorted everything. Now if I go back to stat and edit, I can take a look at my list and it's all in order here. So we have a total of, if you look down here, there's an L1 6. So that means there's 6 entries. So it's an even number of entries. So if we want to find the mode, we take the average or the mean of the 2 middle numbers. So in this case, the 2 middle numbers are 2 and 3. So that's the sum of 5 divided by 2. So 2.5 is going to be my mode. Okay, hope this helps.